Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here. Years ago, I did nothing but matrix energetics. Back in 2009, I made that decision. And even though I'd done 20 plus years of study and training, physical therapy, and then integrative manual therapy and all this medical intuitive training, I put it aside and did matrix energetics exclusively in my clinic in San Diego for a couple of years. And then came back around to other parts of my work. And this morning, usually on Thursday morning, I do a matrix energetics session and beyond, everything that I use for everybody on my email list. And this morning I felt inspired, whatever you want to call that. I got a message to do an extra video for our group. And so it's for, if you've been trying to use law of attraction stuff or meditating or trying to create your reality with your thoughts and doing that sort of thing, and it's just not moving the needle for you, just not doing it as well as you like you might get a little calmer, or some things manifest, parking spaces are easier to get or something like that, but the big stuff isn't changing enough. This is a session for you. And what you can do is notice how you feel right now. So I love to have you test things. So test your range of motion. Just move things around your neck, your back, walk around, see how you're feeling. Put a little intention to the universe. If you could have your dream life, what would that be like? What if you could really get it? And so I'm going to do a session for you now, and then we're going to recheck. And you can see what's different even right now as you're sitting there in your chair. And then I'm going to give you some extra piece at the end that makes all the difference in the world, what I've seen that works really well with this. So are you ready? And I'm going to tell you a little secret about how to do this at the end as well. All right. So everything you want. One of the things that I did years ago when I was first taking the matrix energetics classes, and I've taken about 35 of them or more, I've lost count. But Jen and I were sitting outside a cafe on a deck overlooking a beautiful canyon in San Diego, Mission Hills. Espresso Mio, that was the place. The best flat white lattes ever. And although there's been a few more since then too. And I was reading a book by Adyashanti, who does a lot of writing and teaching on how to go inside and access the infinite and true meditation and that sort of thing. And he was talking about how he spent years trying to meditate, and it wasn't moving the needle for him. He wasn't getting what he wanted. He was calmer, and he noticed the other Buddhists in the monasteries his monastery they were getting calmer, they were happier, but they didn't get what they wanted, this awakening or this enlightenment or whatever they were really looking for. And so he went on a search. And one of his meditations, he said, was just to stare at a wall. And he said that he stared at the wall for many years. I believe it was over 10 years. I forgot exactly the number. I want to say something like 17 years. But that was his meditation, to sit there, I think, for most of the day and look at the wall. And so as I was sitting out there reading this book, and Jen was reading her book, one of the things I love about Matrix is if you know something's been done, you can access that space, that energy, that information, that feeling, that thing. That's what I did before. So this is one of the secrets, is to, if you know that there's a thing called matrix energetics, and you know that there were seminars, and you know that I've taken 35 or more classes, you can literally go that. And so what I did was I just thought, I thought, wow, what would it be like to have done that? Sat in front of a wall for all those years. And what happened was all this wind came blowing through the canyon, and all the leaves from the eucalyptus trees started like blowing and falling, and all sorts of stuff was happening. And Jen looked at me and said, "What are you doing?" And so she kind of knew that there was something up. She could feel something. And so, so I told her. And so for you this morning, or whenever you're watching this, I dropped us all into this matrix energetics state. Yeah, so you can have a change and notice what you notice, even in the chair you're in right now. And then later, you can notice what's different in the rest of your life. And what if all the people looking for this way of manifesting, healing, awakening, love, what if all of them in one moment, in one time, dropped into the heart space? You can drop into your heart space. And that. What if? And what if you were being guided every step of the way? What if the universe or God or whatever you want to call that infinite energy, Yoda called it the force, Qigong people, I believe, call it Wanyan Qi. What if you're being guided every step of the way? And what would it be like to just ask the universe or God or whatever that is to let you see it, so you could actually see it and have a decision that when you see it, you would jump, you would do it. There you go. All right. So if you want, you go ahead and test your range of motion and notice how you feel, and notice how the world looks, and notice how you feel throughout the day, and what's different for you today. And if you like, you could share this video, share it big, because the more people that do it, that's one of the beautiful things about anything, is the more people using it, doing it, there's a energy to it. There's an information to it, and it gets more and more powerful. And so you can share this, share the video. You can subscribe. You can click the little icon that looks like a bell so you can get notified when there's more videos. Because every day, pretty much, almost for the past year, since last November, I've been doing a video session every single day. And a way for you to drop into this matrix energetics and beyond state and have a change from the chair you're in and be guided to what it is you truly want and how to do it, so that when you see it, you jump. All right, everybody. Yeah. And you can find me on all the different links. There'll be links all over the place. If you want to be on our email list, because I send out an email every Thursday. I do a session every Thursday. And then you can join the YouTube list just by clicking subscribe and have a session every day. And let me know what's different. All right, I'm going to write up my email to everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow.